from Allegiant Stadium in Las Vegas. It's the North Dakota State Bison and the UNLV Rebels. Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with you. Let's say hello to our friend Holly Rowe on the sideline.
Catching up with the UNLV head coach before the game, his running back is getting better each and every week. He is devastating in the red zone, top 5 in the country in rushing touchdowns, and they believe he deserves to be in the Heisman conversation. Each and every week, he is showing the country why he is one of the best backs in the nation. I'll keep you posted if he's able to keep up this productivity, and the Heisman talk gets louder and louder today. Back to you.
Okay, Holly. And North Dakota State will have the football first as their offense heads onto the field. And here comes the junior running back. They want him to take care of the ball, do the dirty work, be good in pass pro, and make plays when he has a chance.
And you got to love this guy's speed. And to me, David, that's the one thing that really separates him from most other running backs in college football. There are so many guys at this level that can make you miss, and they can get in the second level, they can run through tackles, catch the ball, block, all that stuff. This guy, though, has home run breakaway speed. If he gets past your second level, he's out.
And you see defenses take angles on him, and he just outruns them. Like, he's just got that extra.
It's a seam wide open. Inside the 30. He's at the all the way. Touchdown, North Dakota State.
And that's what makes this guy so dangerous. You get him the ball early, and he can do all the work after the catch. Phenomenal job in the open field. Uses the speed. It's a long touchdown. Man, it feels like an earthquake just went off here.
And it's so nice to have that guy that you can find, and he can make all that damage after the catch. And I tell you what, as a defense, you got to respect it. You got to get more eyeballs on him and more attention to him.
He'll be brought down at the 22-yard line. Good coverage on that one. His return is stopped short of the 25. So UNLV's offense takes the field for the first time in this game. And this running game might have a huge advantage when they get to the second level of this defense, David.
Well, and this is a big challenge. Like, you're overmatched. You understand this guy is a top-shelf player. And I'll be honest, this defense has kind of struggled a little bit this season. But this individual matchup, you got to get him on the ground. You got to find a way to corral him, slow him down. He can't be the game wrecker. If that's the case, it's going to be too easy for this offense.
And if you're on offense, you got to be thinking, let's dominate in the trenches and let's get our star running back into the second level against this linebacker. We've got an athletic advantage at that position. So if we can free him up into the second level of this defense, make him make guys miss, those are going to be explosive plays for the offense.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. There's some room. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains. The Rebels will have it 1st and 10. The option, the keeper. Tackled after a short gain. It'll be 2nd and 9. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Back to pass. Spits it out to the back. And that is incomplete.
And when you're a quarterback, man, I know wide receivers are great athletes and they're supposed to catch everything that gets near them, but when you don't put it right on the center when they're running a lot of times, it just makes it a little bit more difficult. And I think he did that a little bit too much for his wide receiver right there.
They'll move the chains. Good execution on 3rd down. They've got it at the 41. Might as well give it to him again. They'll give him 4 on the pickup at 2nd and 6. After the productive 1st down play, it's 2nd and 6. Leaves it with the back. Got enough for the 1st. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. And the Rebels kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. To the air on 1st down. Fires to the middle. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. He'll be brought down at the 3-yard line. An explosive play in the passing game has him on the doorstep. Motion from the wide receiver. Running the red zone. It's Thomas. Nothing doing, and he was lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage at 2nd and goal. They have had the ball for a week and a half. Play number 10 coming up. On 2nd and goal, he gets another chance. Could not find a hole. This defense clogging up everything. It's 3rd and goal. Trying to pick up a first down.
Blue 85! Blue 85! Straight on the end!
Looking for the touchdown on 3rd and goal. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And look at the quarterback, look at the players on offense. They're overlooking at the sidelines, begging to stay on the field and try and score this touchdown. They've been on the field for so many plays.
Intercepted to stop the threat. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. And after the pick, there is an injured player who's still on the field. Trainers are out there having a look at this freshman defensive tackle to see if he is going to be able to continue. They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. They'll run the option. Nice job to keep it. Find the first down marker and move the change for this offense. And this set of downs gets started from the 33, 1st and 10. Looking downfield, it's Hayes. Makes the catch. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks. That last completion left them just inches short. Now will they take a shot on 2nd down? Now the play fake. Got a man, it's Collins. They stop him at the 42, but they're on a roll with a pickup of 15 and a first down.
How about that start? This dude is in fuego. Over 100 yards receiving already. You could tell there's a matchup they like, and they're going to exploit it, continuing to feature this wide receiver who's just chewing up yards.
The offense has it 1st and 10 from the 42. The run inside. It's Scott. Got enough for the first. There's a crease. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, North Dakota State.
And I'm kind of surprised. That's his first rush of the football game, and they give him the football, and you see why this dude is a baller. Like, give him the ball, he can make people miss, and he can hit home runs, put points on the scoreboard really quickly. Jesse, one touch, one touchdown.
Yeah, and I think the offensive coordinator now is kind of hoping he probably scripted this game a little bit differently. He should have done it on the first drive. They didn't give him any touches, but he's now earned a lot more carries. You're going to see this guy get force-fed now the rest of the game after that run.
First play of the drive comes from the 22. He wastes no time and comes out throwing, looking to the big tight end. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Running inside, it's Thomas. Knocked off his feet. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Both teams wanted to run the football. Let's see how these two guys are doing so far. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Quick completion on the out. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's 1st down. And the Rebels want to move quickly.
Well, this team found themselves in a hole really quickly. Good things need to start happening, and they got to happen now. There's a big play that the offense desperately needed. A big pitch and catch. That's going to give them some confidence. That hopefully shifts the momentum their way a little bit. But they've got to cap this off now with a touchdown cut into their opponent's lead.
Stopped at the 44 after a 5-yard gain. The Rebels are moving quickly down the field.
I don't know, man. If I'm on defense here and I'm watching the way my D-line's getting manhandled, I might have to put more guys in the box. I might have to sacrifice a safety and try to get more hats close to the line of scrimmage to slow this running back down, because the RPO game's been a problem.
Takes a handoff. It's Thomas. Still running at the 35. Oh, he's got some space. And he scores! Touchdown, UNLV.
And that's a big problem for this defense. When you get that guy in space, it's hard to catch him. You got to bottle him up near the line of scrimmage. Palmer, too much daylight too early in that run.
Yeah, you're right, David. And I think that's what makes this guy unique. With his skill sets, you just know it's a matter of time. You just keep giving him the football. Good things are going to happen. Long touchdowns are going to happen. You saw it right there.
North Dakota State sends the offense out, ready to get things rolling on this drive. They've been firing on all cylinders, touchdowns on each of the first 2 drives, and they'll try to make it 3 for 3. Around and stopped, and he just picked and weaved and bobbed his way for 5. Offense in a bunch formation. Finds his man, it's Collins. Could not make his way to the corner. You got to think they'll try to muscle their way forward on 3rd and short from the 29. Back to pass, it's Hayes. Slings it downfield. He's got an open man. They've got it inside the 40 at the 39 as they pick up the first down. This offense lines up feeling awfully good after that big play. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Single back formation, and they give it to it. It'll be a gain of 6, sets up 2nd and 4.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
This time the defense was ready, and they stop him in his tracks. They're looking at a 3rd down and short from the 33. Jumped the gun just a bit, and we've got a false start. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. 3rd down is coming. Now a little bit farther to go after the penalty. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, they're after him. He'll throw it. Wide open downfield. Down to the 26-yard line before they ride him out of bounds, and this defense is on its heels. Now on 1st and 10 from the 26. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Scott. He stopped after a 1-yard pickup at the 25. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to fire. Going to try to pop one on the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass, as it just never developed.
Man, you gotta love the safety's eyes on that play. He didn't get lost. He didn't get enamored with everything that was going on in front of him, playing pass down the field. He locked eyes on that running back, saw the screen develop, comes upfield, makes the play, makes the sound tackle.
They make the stop, but not before he sets them up with a 1st and goal from the 10. They'll take this lead to the 2-minute timeout and see if they can tack on a little more before the break. On the doorstep of cashing it in for the offense. They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. Offense trying to pay it off on 2nd and goal. He'll run it to the right, looking for the goal line. Nowhere to run, and he barely makes it back to the line of scrimmage. Now we get a timeout taken by the Rebels. That's their first. They'll take a moment to gather their thoughts. Caught! And he was straining for the goal line, but the defense stopped him short. Trying to save time on defense, they used their second timeout. And now everybody chiming in to figure out how to play this fourth down. Right down the boulevard, it's good. And they'll push that lead out a little further.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
He'll be stopped just short of the 25-yard line. They'll mark it at the 24, and good work by the coverage unit. Wants to throw on first down. And that pass incomplete. The defense got a hand on it.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Got to get to the line quickly for this third down play. They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the first down. They have it at the 36. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line.
Nice job by this offense converting the third down. Listen, third and short, they know you're going to run.
And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26. Now the offense will burn their third and final timeout. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. Now facing second and long after the defense came up with that sack. Fires to the wideout. And that one's incomplete. Worth taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up.
And this defense, we know, they present a lot of challenges. You can see it right there, man. They shrink windows fast. They're a top 25 defense for a reason. You really better make sure you're dialed in today.
Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23. The defense uses a timeout. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. The Rebels decide to punt it away. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Wants to return it. Can they catch him? He'll be guided out of bounds, but not before a nifty return on that one. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? Dropping back, it's Hayes. Oh, he's ready to take a shot. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. They're dealing with a second and long. They'll move the tight end. They'll go back to the air on second down. Right on the money. Timeout taken by the offense. It's their second. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Makes the grab. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. And the field goal unit is on the field. And he's made one already, and this one ought to be cake from 21 yards out. Absolutely perfect. And that lead grows even bigger.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
One more snap coming before halftime. The run inside. It's Thomas. Got room at the 35. They finally make the stop. That's going to make those halftime stats look a little bit nicer as we head to the break. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Men, notable storylines all across the sport today. So let's roll up our sleeves and get you updated here in Week 6. Let's get things popping this week with Kentucky in their matchup against the number 2 team, the LSU Tigers. And it's the Wildcats. Defense with a statement victory here and a surprising result. Going into this game, they did not look like the better team.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Slips through the line. He's on the loose. There he goes. Open it up. He will score. Touchdown, Vegas.
We just went to half and we drew up all these adjustments and things we got to do differently to take advantage. How about the special teams coming out to start the second half and setting the tone, taking the kick all the way back for 6. You don't draw it up any better than that.
And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. So a dynamite play there, 99 yards. He took it back for the touchdown. Bringing it out. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. North Dakota State sends the offense out, ready to get things rolling on this drive. Wide receiver comes in motion. The receiver on the jet sweep. They needed to find enough space and get it moving forward, and they're up to the 22. This offense set up with a 2nd and short. The give on the option. Jukes his way for more. Brought down at the 27. It's a 5-yard pickup on the play. And after that run, there is a player still down on the field. The freshman safety still down on the field as he's being attended to by the medical personnel. Off the play fake on 1st down. He makes the catch. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45.
If they're going to sit back in zone, I'm going to make sure I know exactly what they're doing, find those holes, find those crossing patterns, and take advantage of that zone coverage.
They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Well, the defense was trailing going in at halftime, and I think they made some adjustments against the run. They want to slow this guy down. That's a really nice start to the second half if you're on defense.
Looking to throw, it's Hayes. Firing to the right, complete. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Here's a heat. And it's a sack.
For this defense, man, to get back into the game, we talked about it at half. They got to pressure the quarterback. They got to force some sacks, and they do it. On this first drive, they get to him. They get him on the ground. Nice job by this defense.
He'll field the punt and try to make something happen. And they'll get him down after the return at the 27-yard line. UNLV will start this drive as the offense is out there and ready to cook. So they get the ball back after the defense forces a punt, and I'm sure they tried to make some adjustments at halftime after a little bit of a rocky first half. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. Quarterback making adjustments. Back to pass on 2nd down. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
Man, it didn't take long for the defense to get home on that play. You see them playing man coverage in the back end, slowing down the routes from the receivers and the rest of the offense. That forced the quarterback to have to hold on to it for just a split second longer. They were able to get the sack.
And the Rebels will punt it away on 4th down. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Not a lot of room to field this one. Coverage team able to put a stop to that return at the 42-yard line. North Dakota State sends the offense out, ready to get things rolling on this drive. Another opportunity here. They had to punt it on their last possession, but this time tight game, hoping to get something on the board. Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line. Got 6 on 1st down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. He's got it again. And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain.
And that run really didn't go anywhere, and a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offenses.
Might have a chance. He gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set of downs. Bunch formation for these receivers. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, the offense is running towards the open grass, right? They're going toss play to the field, but way too much penetration defensively, forcing that tackle for loss.
Back to pass, it's Hayes. Looking to take a shot. Touchdown, North Dakota State. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Offense gets the job done again. You want to build that cushion as we get deeper into the second half.
Man, it makes it easy, doesn't it? You start getting up by a couple possessions, making the offense very predictable on the other side. Great job by the offense extending their lead.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. They'll snap this one to start the drive from their own 22. On the run, it's Thomas. Into a mass of giant bodies, we'll call it a 1-yard gain to the 24. And the Rebels in the hurry-up.
Defense came into this one knowing they were going to see some tempo. They've got to get the call from the sidelines, get it communicated, get lined up.
And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Complete to the left. He was fighting his way toward those sticks, but they'll stop him a couple of yards short. Offense staying on the field. They'll hurry up on 4th down. Looking for a push on 4th down. He's got enough for the 1st down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going. The Rebels come to the line with a new set of downs. He'll try the left side. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. They'll try to overcome that last play on 2nd and 15.
And coming out in the second half, this offense, they needed to establish this run game. They needed to get something going. They're losing. They've got to find a way to get a flow, to get a rhythm.
He's got it down the right side. And he'll run out of bounds, but a much-needed productive play in the passing game. Making side adjustments here. To throw, it's Orji. With the catch, it's Glover. There to make the tackle, and with that, we'll head to the 4th quarter. Right around the halfway point of the season, neither of these squads that we've watched today rank, but here's the top 25 as it stands right now. They go back to work with the 1st down in the final period of this one. They'll move the wide receiver. Looking to throw on 1st down. Finds his big tight end. Now the connection takes it to the 11. The Rebels, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. From the red zone, it's Glover. Driving its way all the way down to the 3-yard line.
Defensively, with all the space now in spread football, there's so many opportunities where it's one-on-one tackling, and it's really hard to do. It's hard to get guys to the ground that are so talented. That's why defenses have to swarm to the football, get more.
And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Rebels. The Rebels surge back on top. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. They got the score they needed, but this isn't over.
No, don't call it a comeback yet. The first part, step 1 accomplished, but this offense obviously still has work to do, but the defense has to go out and get a stop and get him the ball back.
Gets it across the 20 to the 21, and not quite what he would have picked up just taking the touchback. North Dakota State sends the offense out, ready to get things rolling on this drive. Running inside, it's Mitchell. They'll knock him down after a 6-yard gain to the 27.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now.
Got a little grass. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down.
Well, the defense didn't blitz. They didn't have everybody in gaps, and the offensive line took advantage at the point of attack, getting some push, opening up a hole, and the offense ripping off a nice run there.
Defense showing heavy blitz at the line. Pulls it on the option. Breaks into the open. Running through contact. Gets it all the way down to the 2-yard line. He was fighting for that end zone. After coming up with back-to-back explosive plays, here they are, first and goal. It's reverse. Some hard running there, but just too many defenders as he stopped for a loss. Can the defense stop them again on second and goal? Trying to bully their way in. And he charges across the line. Touchdown, North Dakota State. Boy, do they need that score. Gave them a little cushion as they try to put a stop to this 2-game slide. And the extra point makes this a 13-point game here in the fourth. The offense strikes again to extend its lead here in the second half.
And they got everything working. How great is this? You extend your lead, now you get your defense back on the field. Great job taking advantage of the situation and building on that lead.
Let's see what Holly Rowe has for us on the sideline.
Guys, down here on the UNLV sideline, this defense has been the star of the show today. The offense has had their back against the wall, and now is the moment they've got to come alive. They are trailing in this game, and I can see them talking to each other before they take the field for this drive. Now is their moment. They feel it, and they're trying to get each other hyped up and ready to go for this possession. Guys?
All right, Holly. Fires to the middle. And he had it for a second, but it just dribbled out of his hands.
Not seeing a lot of chemistry between the QB and his intended target on that play.
Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Looking downfield at Georgie. Rushes on him. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. Fourth down attempt coming. Picked off. What a play to set him up. Trying to take it back. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. North Dakota State sends the offense out, ready to get things rolling on this drive. It's a fumble. How in the world did the offense retain possession? Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. No running room at all, and he barely makes it back to the line of scrimmage. It's third and goal. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. And this kicker is turning into old reliable. He's already knocked through a couple today. Never a doubt. And now the lead is even bigger.
I really like the decision by this offense because now they got to score 2 touchdowns. Time is not on their side. I can stay very, very conservative. Use that clock. I like the decision by this offense.
Rebels offense is back on the field. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear.
Finds a spot down the gut of the knee. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. And the Rebels headed quickly to the line.
The only way they were getting back in this game is if they did that. Great job. Huge explosive play by this offense. We need multiple scores. Got to keep the hammer down, but great job making the explosive.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. To the air, it's Orji. Bringing the heat. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on. Being started out great on this drive, but then a couple of incompletions, and now it's 3rd and 10. Dances away to buy time. Quarterback got it himself. Turning it on. Odie ruins the big gainer with a fumble. The offense somehow fell on it, and they'll retain possession. And the Rebels trying to get a touchdown on 1st and goal. Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Back to pass. Pocket breaking down. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Rebels. Just blinding speed. Speed that almost paralyzes defenders.
When you got a quarterback with that much speed, you got to find tricky ways to put more speed on the field, spy the quarterback with somebody that's really, really fast. And even when you do, a lot of times he still makes plays because he's that dang fast and that explosive.
And he'll bring it out of the end zone. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. North Dakota State sends the offense out, ready to get things rolling on this drive. They had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here, Dave.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
Right back to the well. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Mitchell. Banging, slithering, whatever it takes to get that ball up to the 32. Now we get a timeout taken by the Rebels. That's their first. They'll get together to decide how to play this 2nd down. Wouldn't be surprised to see them go right back to the run on 2nd down and maybe put this thing away. They'll run it. They want to take their time here. Maybe some room here. He rumbles all the way down to the 2-yard line. He gave them a little bit of everything on that one. And the defense in desperation mode, trying to hang on to give their team a chance. They'll run it. It's Mitchell. And he's in. Touchdown, North Dakota State. They're now in really good shape to get back into the win column as they extend the lead here late. And the extra point splits the uprights, and the lead balloons to 15.
You know, this guy's had a big role in this offense this year, especially when they get down close to the end zone. That's his 5th rushing touchdown on the year. He's been a factor for these guys offensively.
He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. He'll try to do it himself. Still on his feet at the 35. They finally corral him, but he turns that into a big gain and a 1st down. Dropping back, it's Orji. Under fire. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Right down the middle. And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down. Boy, guys, they got off to a great start with that big first play on this drive, but now a couple of incompletions leaves them in a hole. And the defense finally able to corral him at the 45. That will move the chain. They'll use the timeout. 6 seconds left on the clock. One more play to pad the stats. Looking to throw on first down. He's going to fire deep. And it's picked off right at the goal line. He'll try to take it back. That's the way this defense wanted to wrap it up. Make a play themselves, finish off the game, and the offense can kneel it out from here. Scoreboard operator got a workout in this one. Fun game for us to watch, but they can't come up with the W.
Yeah, and it's a team game, right? The offense did their job, and now defense will have to find a way in the future to make better plays, get stops, and stop them scoring so many